god, that's crazy. We are removing the crankshaft. Probably the last step of disassembling the motor besides the heads, which we'll get to shortly.
This is the worst part about an LS, is it's got a side bolt on it. And it's hard to get these out normally, but not anymore. So. See, I mean, the bearing itself and the clearance was right, but see this little feathering?
Yep.
All right, yeah, that's just dirt.
Okay.
So the motor was just put together dirty. I can have my cars raced. You could race your whole season in your car with an ISUMP system, and the bearings will look like we could rewrap them and use them.
Gotcha.
A wet sump is a very dirty system. It wouldn't have damaged anything.
It's just not efficient.
No, just.
Using a lot of oil. Oil with every gas fill.
We know where it was. It was stuck to the top of the pistons. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I mean, it was, this was a weird deal. This was not,
It wasn't untouched.
yeah. So, we're gonna remove the caps, and now, crankshaft. Which is in very good shape.
Cool.
Yeah, so, oh, that looks nice.
I think that's the new one, right? Didn't we?
Yeah, they replaced it when they rebuilt it because they killed the first one.
Yeah.
But we still have a good, nice, usable crankshaft.
Sweet.
Cam bearings all still look good in the block. We're gonna change them anyways, but right now it's ready to be washed.
Cool.
So we are completely stripped down to the bare block.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
First layer of scum.
Oh my gosh, wow. And how long have they been in there?
3 hours.
Holy shit. Oh my god, that's crazy.
You can still see how much shit
Yeah.
is baked into the valves.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild.
I thought they were gonna come out
I
sparkling.
thought they were gonna be like wicked clean. Look at it, it's like, well, like they didn't even go in
Look
there.
how hot they are. They're steaming.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't expect that at all. That's insane.
Wow.
All right.
Oh.
Take them outside and rinse them out. I mean, that's 180 degrees in 3 hours.
That's crazy.
So these are our heads now. So we got our valves, our springs, our guides. So what we want to do is disassemble these now completely.
And we're gonna upgrade all that, right? Everything
Everything.
inside of it. Okay.
Okay, we will replace the springs, the retainers, all that box. Okay.
Got it.
So we're gonna set this head up over here on the bench. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna suck these little keepers out. Keepers are what hold the spring to the valve. We'll just make a nice little pile right there. And we can take the spring off the head. Try not to lose these little suckers.
That's a lot easier than doing the way me and your dad were doing it.
Yeah, this makes it kind of easy.
Putting them back together too.
Oh yeah. Got it. Okay. Take all our springs off, which we are no longer going to use. And we will take these out. We'll remove the head, go back to our bench. Now, the biggest mistake most shops do is if the valve doesn't just come right out of the head, you might have to take a little file and deburr it. You don't want it to wreck the guide.
Gotcha.
So, put these back in order. as we can see right there, that exhaust valve was not even sealing on that side. Jeez. These are in pretty rough shape. Of this seat, that contact to the head right there is what seals the air, okay? Now, why it's a 3-angle valve job, when you've ever heard of that term?
Yes.
Okay, it's because air can't turn more than 15 degrees. When air tries to turn more than 15 degrees, it rolls on top of itself, okay? So, this valve would be in the head like this. Air is coming around the valve, so we want air to come down and roll and stay connected to the valve and go into the port. So we use a back cut and a 45 degree to help the air stay connected to the valve. Yeah. Now, the seat on the valve, on the exhaust valve, is normally wider. It is still a 45 degree seat on this head, and we don't use the back cut because cylinder pressure is pushing all the exhaust gases out of the motor. So the exhaust is really the dumb side.
Okay.
You still need to do work on it. I'm not saying it's useless, but it's hard to fuck up the exhaust side. So,
So when I had my Legends car, I had to lap my valves.
Right.
On my dad.
Okay, so when we cut the valves with the machine, like that head's being get ready to cut right now.
Yep.
Once we cut it, we lap it to make sure it's in the right location and that they're making it full contact all the way around.
Do you do it by hand?
Yes, you still lap by hand. Same thing.
deal.
Mr. Miyagi setup? Yeah. Same. So, lapping the valves has been the same for about, since the beginning of time. So, yeah. So that is your valve seal, which is also called a hat seal, because it works as a spring locator and a seal.
Those are pretty old.
Yeah, these are pretty rough shaped. As you can see by the oil deposit left in these, after 3 hours of washing.
I was just gonna say, those
Should
were
that have
in
been clean?
for how long, and there was still oil in them?
Yeah. So,
That's crazy.
as you can see, the exhausts are in pretty bad shape. So these are the guides right here. By looking at it and feeling of them, I don't even need to put a bore guide in them, bore mic. They're gonna need to be changed. So we're gonna take them all out later, heat them up in the oven, and push all these out of the head. So, okay? But we definitely find some of our problems right here. We have, see how this has a nice kind of polished,
Yes.
see how this has all debris?
Yes.
Well, that stops, that's where the valve seals.
Right.
Also, when the valve makes contact with the seat is when it cools off. So this thing was in pretty rough shape. So luckily, we're gonna throw these away. So, because these exhaust valves are just hammered. Hammered.
Crazy.
So, we are not even gonna spend the $1 to clean these. We're just gonna throw these away. So, okay.
Sweet. Set it.
Bring it up more, because we're gonna put the screw.
I don't want to hit that thingy.
All we're gonna do is put this down.
Oh.
Like this.
Okay.
And then push against it. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, so we already know the head's level because the other head was level.
Right.
Okay, so just bring this over. The end of it is
Yep.
up.
Okay.
And way up is down.
Okay.
Okay. We're just gonna come over, put a little pressure on it, tap it,
Yep.
grab your magnet. Push down on it a little bit more. So you go, no, up here.
Okay, where did these go? Just in
Right
here?
there, I just made a pile.
And that's up,
And hit.
right?
Yep. There you go.
Okay, and then you guide this with your hand?
Yeah. Put it so it's centered over it. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. You just
Yeah.
want to be in the middle. And yeah. Okay, and tap it with a little hammer. You got a little more pressure on it. Now your foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Push down.
Yeah, down. Yeah. Good. There you go. Suck it out.
And then
Release.
this way.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
But he didn't shell.
I'm taking the valve keepers out of the cylinder head. And
You even got the name right.
yeah! I'm learning.
Right. Hammer. Remove. Go down a little more.
That scares me for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna like fall off and like smash me in the face.
How's one speaking for me?
Just because.
Just gonna smash me.
Yeah.
Hammer. There you go.
Alright, so tonight at Insane Power we pulled the heads out of the oven, out of the cleaner, not the oven. Well, it's kind of both. 180 degrees. Heads were in there for like 3 hours. They came out filthy. They are pretty hammered. I'm looking for a box because Michele and Brett just took the springs and retainers and everything out of the heads to get those disassembled. Just need a box to throw the pieces in, even though we're not reusing any of it. So that way we have everything in one spot. But we're gonna finish getting these heads torn apart. The block is totally pulled apart. We got the crank out and everything tonight. And I think that's it for the disassembly. Time to make a game plan and figure out what all we're going to do to this thing. And fill you guys in.
Heads apart. The next step is we're gonna strip the heads completely. We're gonna bake them in an oven at about 450 degrees and turn all this black goo into dust. Then we're gonna blast them all and get them like brand new before we start doing any machine work to them. And that will be step 3.
Boom.
Yeah. So now when we send these off to Katech, they'll be nice and clean, and they will CNC port them, meaning they'll come in here on a CNC machine and cut these to a new design shape, which will give us more flow, more airspeed, hopefully a whole lot more power.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Based off of what we had to start with.
Okay, we got the dirty, greasy part. Now
Yeah.
Katech will get the nice, clean part. So,
Well, we'll see all of it. So.
yeah.
Awesome.
And that's it.
Awesome. So we're done with disassembling the heads and actually the entire motor. So Brett kind of just went through the next steps. And for you guys, we'll fill you in on what the initial plans will be and carry you guys along as we do it. So thanks for following along, and see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.